Welcome to Chat. I'm Wang Weiwei, curator of Chat. We are presenting Dowry of the Soul, Kazakhstan artist Gulnur Mukazhanova's first solo exhibition in Hong Kong. Gulnur draws on traditional Central Asian textile materials and techniques, especially silk and felt making, and reimagines them through bold colors, experimental forms, and deeply personal narratives. She uses the idea of the dowry as a metaphor, a symbol of hope and pride, but also of pain and burden, to explore the complexity of tradition from a female's perspective. This exhibition invites us to slow down, reflect, and ask, where do we come from? What is the soul of our culture? And how do we continue to hold or reshape what we inherit? The journey begins here, in the hall, with a striking textile installation titled False Hope or Moment of the Present. Suspended in mid-air, this large-scale work is made from fragments of brightly patterned fabrics, ones that Kazakh people used in festive celebrations as gifts and carriers of blessings. From a distance, it dazzles with color and beauty, but look closer and you will see the fragments are held together by pins, fragile, temporary, uncertain. This delicate tension between harmony and instability reflects the world Gulnur Mukazhanova invites us to enter, a world shaped by tradition but unsettled by change. The first part of the exhibition brings us into Gulnur Mukazhanova's artistic universe, a world shaped by personal memory, ancestral wisdom, and the tactile language of textiles. Here, the artist shares some traditional Central Asian textiles from her own collection, including tuskits, which are hand-embroidered felt wall hangings traditionally made by mothers as wedding gifts for their daughters. The tuskits holds deep symbolic meaning, a visual tapestry of dreams, protection, and transition, often left unfinished at the bottom to represent a new chapter in life. For Gulnur, these textiles are not only cultural artifacts, but also a source of profound inspiration. They speak of a time when making was a form of care, and textile were vessels of connection and emotion. This dialogue with tradition led to her series, Post-Nomadic Reality, where she reinterprets the tuskits by stripping away decorative patterns and replacing them with minimalist, abstract compositions. In these large felt works, arches appear like dream portals or doorways to the subconscious, a quiet invitation to reflect on memory, identity, and the shifting landscapes of heritage. In Gallery 1, visitors enter a maze of 84 felt portraits, photographs, and sound. This series, titled Portrait Reflections, is one of Gulnur's most personal bodies of work. It begins with Gulnur's continued meditation on war, conflict, and invisible wounds. Each felt painting begins as a kind of inner portrait, not of the face, but of the emotions and energies that live beneath the surface. The process is physical and intuitive. Fibers are pressed, entangled, and shaped by hand. Through color, texture, and movement, Gulnur gives form to emotions like grief, longing, resistance, and reflection, all embedded in the dense layers of wool. Alongside them, the photographic series Global Societies features anonymous figures whose identities are masked, a quiet commentary on the loss of self amid a globalized, fast-moving world. The space is enveloped in an original sound composition by Samrat Ishazov, blending traditional Kazakh music with ambient electronic tones. It creates a meditative atmosphere, inviting visitors to slow down, listen deeply, and reflect with their whole body. Together, these elements form a deeply immersive experience, one that offers no fixed narrative, but instead opens a space for stillness, emotion, and quiet connection. In Gallery 2, the atmosphere shifts. This space is devoted to sorrow, mourning, and transformation, a space where Gulnur invites us to confront the emotional weight of memory. Along the walls, a series of felted facial and torso sculptures bear the marks of their creation: burn marks, pierced surface, and embedded needles. Each gesture is part of a ritual of purification, a way to process personal and collective trauma through touch and fire. At the center of the gallery stands a grave, carefully shaped from white silk and felt. Gulnur entangles the two materials together, allowing them to fold and flow, not as something static, but with a sense of movement and life. This flowing form gently faces a vibrant red felt painting embroidered with vintage motifs, a quiet dialogue between death and rebirth, pain and transformation. Here, the past is not buried, but held, softened by threads of care and open to the possibility of healing. As the journey continues, visitors are invited to explore the final part of the exhibition just outside of Gallery 2, a space where Gulnur brings together material, memory, and movement in new forms. Here, the monumental textile garage, the shadows of hope, stretches across the windows. It was created by Gulnur in 2022 during her time as CHAT's artist-in-residence and marks a pivotal moment in her exploration of material, memory, and global textile histories. The work is composed of silk fabrics sourced from Hong Kong's textile markets, cut apart, rearranged, and pinned back together. Their colors and patterns span regions and decades. Their meanings blur, shift, and recombine. The result is a dazzling yet fragile surface, a vision of future constructed from fragments of the past, held together by nothing more than temporary pins. It speaks to the instability of tradition in a globalized world, and the beauty that can still emerge from impermanence. The work, Eternal Renewal, is a flowing wall of over 100 white felt masks, layered and intertwined. From a distance, the installation resembles a white snake in motion, twisting, shedding, transforming. In Kazakh folklore, the white snake is a sacred symbol, a bridge between the human and the spiritual, a vessel of ancestral wisdom passed down through generations. At the end of the space is a 3-channel video installation. In the video, Gulnur returns to the vast steppe of Kazakhstan, carrying of her entire installation made of white felt masks. Layer by layer, she sets the mask on fire. The dense wool slowly igniting, curling, dissolving into smoke. This act is not destruction, but a ritual of letting go, a way of acknowledging the weight of inherited memories and making space for something new. The fire becomes a gesture of cleaning, of rebirth, and of returning energy to the land. These final works offer no conclusions, only an invitation to reflect, feel, and carry the threads forward. To support deeper engagement, the exhibition also includes a touch station where visitors can feel the texture of felt, the core material in Gulnur's practices. In Chat launch, a video demonstration reveals the artist's meticulous process, layering, pressing, and transforming wool into dense emotional surfaces. For many in Hong Kong, felt may not be the most familiar textile. By offering a tactile and visual introductions, these elements help visitors connect more closely with the material, and through it, better understand the emotional and cultural depth of Gulnur's work. Gulnur Mukazhanova's Dowry of the Soul is more than an exhibition. It is a space for reflection, for remembering, and for reconnecting with the unseen threads that bind tradition, identity, and emotion. Through felt, silk, and stories, we are invited to slow down, to feel with our hands and our hearts, and to consider what we inherit and what we choose to carry forward.